Next, we will be fully removing my cold air intake, my premium AutoZone Spectre 100 horsepower gain cold air intake. And in the manual, next they're wanting you to remove your air filter box, and they have some instructions for that here, just kind of listing out each step with a few pictures showing some key moments of that. But I don't have the stock intake in, I have this aftermarket one, so I'll just be completely taking it out. And at some point I'll probably be putting in some of the stock intake back in, because they say in here that you'll be using part of it, so when you take it out, don't break it. Next, we will be removing the intake scoop, which you can see it popping up right here. It's on the driver's side, right behind the headlight. Gonna be taking out this 10mm screw right there, full focus. You can see it right there. And you can kind of see where it comes out right here. I'm gonna be removing all that. With removing this, it's kind of weird. It's like two pieces connected, so I just pushed half of it down basically, and then it kind of helped me pop it out. You can see where it connects in those holes in the middle, but it's two pieces. And then there's a part right here where it just kind of clips around the screw, and then another one you can see back there where it's just like, feel freaking focus. Yeah, there we go. Right back there where it just kind of clips around the screws. I'm just gonna yank that off real quick. Next, we will be taking off our throttle body, so we're just gonna unplug it right here, and take out these 4 8mm screws. And then we're gonna pop off this vacuum line, and then also pop out this sensor right there. Now we will be removing the intake manifold. So starting off with that, we will be removing 7 8mm screws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in this hole 5, 6, and then there's another one. Where is it? It's like back here. You can't really see. 7. So yeah, you're gonna definitely need a small ratchet with some extensions to get those. Next, you will need to remove this 10mm, and then you can see there's another one right there. It's gonna be on the driver's side of the manifold. And the last things we're gonna need to do is remove this 10mm screw, and then there's gonna be another one right back there. We're gonna pull this plastic tube out of that rubber connection piece right there. Then down here, you can see there's a screw up against this metal bracket. We're gonna pop this hose off of there and then be able to screw this off. And we're gonna need to take that off too. Oh, I also forgot to mention there's a hose connected right here. You just pop that off too. So right there. Now we should be able to remove the intake manifold. Oh, there's some. There we go. Bam. You're also going to want to cover up your intake ports because you don't want to get debris or anything inside of there. Now we're going to unplug each fuel injector. There's just going to be these red clips on them that you pop up, and you're just going to pull it up. There's going to be 6 in total, so 3 on each side. Now we will be removing the fuel rails, so there's going to be 4 screws for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see them right here. And you're going to need, I'm using a T30 Torx head socket. In the manual they say 27, but 30 is fitting for me, so I'll just be using that. And once we take these off, there will be fuel spilling out of it a little bit, so I just got these rags ready for that. I finished taking off the fuel rails, which way more fuel than I expected came out. It was like a straight puddle under here. It smells like gas really intensely. But now we're gonna be taking out the fuel injectors. There's gonna be 3 on each side. I already popped that one out. Here we got another one on that side. And with the fuel rails, there's gonna be these blue rings inside of them. So just watch out for those, because when I was taking it out, these were falling out of it. And then on the fuel injectors, there's gonna be these red rings. So look out for those and don't lose them, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna be reusing those. I have finished removing the fuel injectors. I had something pretty terrible happen while I was doing that. I decided to clean out these holes in preparation for the new ones, and I thought it'd be smart to use a Q-tip because it can really get in there. Freaking dropped it right in my engine. It took me like 40 minutes to get it out. I was scared I wasn't going to be able to get it out because it's not metal. It's not like I can just stick one of these magnet things down there and pop it out. But I basically, I don't know if I saw that. Oh, it's right here. I just used this thing. It's got a little bit of duct tape, and I just kept going in there and sticking. And eventually I got it out. So luckily I didn't make a catastrophic mistake. Don't do the same, kids. All right, here's the new fuel injectors. I'm gonna be installing those right now. It looks like it came with new seals, so I guess I didn't need those old ones, but I mean, that's a good thing. And I'm just gonna be lubing the O-rings on the bottom right here. I think it'd probably be a good idea to use like silicone grease, but I'm just gonna use my engine oil, and that should work fine. I have the new fuel injectors installed, as you can see. Looking pretty snazzy. Now I'm just going to screw down the fuel rails again and plug in the injectors. Next, we will be removing the coil packs. So to do so, we're just gonna unplug all 6 of them, and then there's one 10mm screw on all 6 of them that we're going to loosen, so that way we may remove them. When you're removing the coil packs, which got the Ripp ones, you already know we out here representing. When you remove them, you're going to want to do it carefully. Don't use a tool, just use your hand and work them out gently, because we don't want to damage those or the spark plugs, which we're getting to next. Next, we will be removing the spark plugs, and I'm going to be using a 16mm socket to be doing that. We're going to be removing them so that we can gap them. So there's 6, 1 in each cylinder. Oh, by the way, the best way to get the spark plugs out once you finish unscrewing them, get one of these tools. It's basically just a big magnet on a stick. You can just stick it in there and bam, just take it out just like that. I've taken out all 6 of my spark plugs. Now I'm going to gap them to 0.032 of an inch using this tool. I just bought it at Walmart. It was like $1. But I'll show you real quick how to use this simple spark plug gapping tool. Basically how it works, you can see all, well, it's kind of reflecting. You can see all these numbers on here. And then you just put this part on it like that, and you run it across, and then it'll stop, and it'll tell you how big the gap is, which I think it's 0.041 or something right now. But say you needed to widen it, you can just use this hole in the center to bend it out. Yeah, like that. Yeah, and then, or you can smash the top on it more to make it smaller, which that's what I'm about to do, is make these smaller. I just finished gapping all the spark plugs. Now I will be reinstalling all of them and the coil packs, and I will also be putting the intake manifold and throttle body all back on. And to do all that, just doing what we did pretty much exactly in reverse. When putting in your spark plugs, I recommend using a torque wrench and doing it to spec, but I don't have one, so I'll just be kind of eyeballing it. Something I'd recommend while you have your manifold off is cleaning kind of inside of it, the holes where you can, over here, and then the holes underneath it there. And also underneath here, I've used a shop vac and vacuumed all around to get any loose debris. And I even cleaned off my throttle body. So might as well, while you have all this stuff open and available, clean it off, because if it's cleaner where it's intaking air, it's probably better, so less debris is being sucked into your engine block. Now we're going to remove the OEM map sensor and replace it with the one that Ripp sent us. So I'm just gonna pop that out and replace it with the new one.